see, where do I even start? That's where the problem started. This is Max. Max is my 2013 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Rubicon 10th anniversary edition. I know. It's like the longest name ever. But Max and I have been through everything. And Max has like almost 219,000 miles. If you've been following this channel for the last year, you know that there was a ton of repairs last year, like super repair drama. Yeah, it just runs the gamut. And everything got fixed. Max is running great. So what happened? I decided to go get new tires. I look at my tires. They've got 45,000 miles on them. They're getting down to where they're almost bald. I'm like, okay, everything's fixed. I'm going to go get new tires. That's where the problem started. I think to myself, well, while I'm here, you know what? I'll have these guys do an oil change. They get the tires. They mount them, balance them, the whole 9 yards, get them on my Jeep, get my Jeep down, park it in front, call me. They're like, hey, Mr. Melder, your Jeep's all ready. Great. Go to pick it up. They put on the wrong tires. So I'm like, okay, guys, there's been a mistake. You ordered the wrong tires. I screenshotted the tires I wanted with the, model number and all that stuff. They just ordered the wrong tires. It was a mistake. Okay. People make mistakes. No problem. They get the right tires on. I get some video of them torquing the lug nuts and everything. And, they bring it down. Looks great. I'm driving it home and I think to myself, man, this new tire smell is really strong. I'm like, okay, I live really close to the tire shop, so I didn't think twice about it, parked it, whatever. Next day, I go to pick my kid up from school. It's about 8 miles each way to her school. And on the way there, I'm thinking, man, this new tire smell is not going away. In fact, it's getting stronger. I pick my kid up, and on the way home from school, I stop at a stoplight close to my house, luckily, and I notice that there's smoke coming out of the hood. And I'm like, oh no, is there like oil? Did they spill oil on my engine? So I'm really close to home. Okay, I drive it all the way home, put it in park, I get out, the engine's still running, I pop the hood. There's oil squirting out from underneath the oil filter cap. So I've heard of this, but I've never seen it firsthand until now. There's a gasket that goes on the oil filter housing cap. All right. When you change the oil filter, you're supposed to replace that gasket. If you screw on that cap too tight, it will split that gasket. And if it splits that gasket, when the oil pressure gets high, oil is going to come out. That's what that gasket, it's there to seal that cap on. All right. Looks like these guys over torqued the filter housing cap, and now we're in trouble. So I turn off the engine and I let it cool down for a minute, let the oil run down to the pan. I pull the oil dipstick out. I look at it, wipe it off, put it back in, pull it out, look at it. It's dry. I mean, like there's no oil on it. And I'm like, okay, now what? There's oil all over my engine, all over the undercarriage of my vehicle. There's oil everywhere. I mean, look at this. Okay, so what do we do about this? I need oil filter gasket, comes with it, need to get oil. I'm gonna fix this myself. So I bought 5 quarts of full synthetic oil. I add about a quart and I let it settle. I check the dipstick, still dry. So I'm like, okay. So I go to add another quart and something like distracted me and I probably dumped about another 1.5 quarts in, maybe two quarts. So I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. It was going into a funnel, so luckily it all made it into my engine, but I'm like, all right. So I let this settle. I recheck the dipstick, and now the oil is about two millimeters up past the max. I have now overfilled my engine with oil. Okay, so now I'm thinking, no problem. I'll just drain a little oil out. Too much in, take some out, right? So I get a like paint can liner that's clear. I fill it with water to measure out 1 quart so I know how much I'm taking out. I get under my Jeep, I drain about half a quart out, replace the drain plug, go recheck the dipstick, and it's still up a little bit past the max. I drain out a little bit more, so now I've drained out about 4/5 of a quart. Okay, and I go recheck it, looks good. Basically, you just need the oil to be somewhere between the min and the max. It's a little bit below the max. Great. I think we've got a success here. I tighten up the drain plug all the way and button up the engine, start it, watch the oil pressure, take it for a test drive. All right, we're in good shape. So what have we learned here today? I've done my own oil changes about 50% of the time for the past 5 years. Sometimes I take it to the shop. Sometimes I do it myself. If you're a Jeep owner, you have to learn how to do repairs yourself because it's hit or miss whether the shops are going to do quality work. You're really at the mercy of the tech who's doing the work on your Jeep or on your car, whatever car you have. All right. Jeeps are a little bit different because we put them through extraordinary circumstances. We go out in the desert, extreme heat, extreme terrain. They bounce around. They do things that normal cars aren't designed to do. And frankly, most of the parts in every car are plastic, and so they're not meant for jarring drives. They're meant for pavement. So you've got to learn to do the work yourself because you don't want to get stranded, and you got to know what's going on in your vehicle. Had I had driven my Jeep 100 miles, or had I had got on the freeway and it really pumped out, it would have pumped out all of the oil, and it would have run dry, and it would have blown a piston, and my engine would have been dead. I would have had to rebuild. It probably wouldn't be rebuildable or worth it. I probably would have had to swap in a new engine, and that would be somewhere between $8,000 and $12,000. This was a learning experience. I will be doing all of my own oil changes from now on, so expect an oil change video coming up. But anyway, this was a close one. Okay, that's over for now. On to the next video. Guys, thanks for listening to me rant. I appreciate it. You're the best. Click like and subscribe, help support my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Stay awesome. So I bought 5 gallons of full synthetic. I add about 5 gallons, 5 quarts, but I don't even know what I'm doing. Really? Had I had driven, then actually, if you've been following this channel for let me start over. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for listening to your rant. It was a tough day, and anyway, I made it. Max made it. Everybody's good. We're all good. You know what? You're the best. Stay awesome. Click like and subscribe. Help my channel, and we'll see you next time. I'm out.